Okay, everybody, we're back. Thursday, Kaisen. Now, I know I was a little harsh last week. Okay, I found out a great deal, spoiler territory, of what exactly went down at the end of last week's episode. It doesn't help me, it helps me understand what's going on, really, but at the same time, it still irks me that, yeah, okay. But that's for another time. When we get back to Yuji's escapades of what's going on with him, we'll get into it. Right now, we're into something else. This one's called Fluctuations. This is Jujutsu Kaisen, Season 2, Episode 14, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was Episode 14. Anyway. So, this one focuses on two specific fights. We have Mei Mei and Yu Yu. I think that's that kid's name. Yu Yu. Yeah, episode 14, Fluctuations. Anyway, so they're fighting what Ghetto gave them. Ghetto released this curse disease spirit of smallpox. So the episode starts with them, and basically the cursed spirit is basically doing this. It's creating this scenario. Basically, it traps Mei Mei in a coffin and then slams a gravestone on top of her. And if she's not out of there by 3 seconds, she'll get this disease and die. So she formulates a plan of basically using Yu Yu to go in there and distract it. Which she does. Which he does. Now, he doesn't die, obviously. They end up killing the smallpox curse disease spirit. And they're able to do it. They're able to take care of business. I thought that fight was kind of per the core. This episode was kind of interesting because you have two sorcerers who are trying to one-up Gojo. In a way, they were trying to one-up Gojo. One is Mei Mei, how she says, like, how Gojo's the only person who can go against her technique. And as we see in the second fight, the sorcerer that's fighting this other person is as fast as Gojo. As one of the fastest sorcerers. But she takes care of business and they confront Ghetto. Now, we end there and we head over to Nanami, who is now becoming my fave. I'm telling you right now. Nanami, man. Maki and Nyobito Zenin. That's the three we follow moving forward. Now, this fight got me like, no. Okay. The person they fight, his name. Okay. This dude's name. Day. Gone. Now, I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube, here and there. Let's plays with different games. Dagon is a word that is kind of referenced to a certain books by a certain author that I think some people might know of. This guy they fight, legit, I am not joking. I know this for a fact. Straight up Cthulu. Yes. I am dead serious. Now, first, it doesn't look like anything. It's this little baby thing. And it spits out, they encounter it, and it spits out all these bones. It was eating like a bunch of humans. really disgusting shit there. But he then Nayobito gets involved, and he just, without even noticing it, not even Nanami notices it, he does this. Basically, his ability has to do with perception. Well, no, it has to do with has this ability, this cursed ability, where you have to go how he goes. Basically, 24 frames per second. So like when 1 second becomes 24 frames per second. And he's able to stop the creature, and then legit, the creature starts naming names. He names Mahito and names Hanami. And says, Hanami, Hanami! And he explodes. And I was like, yo, this dude is really Cthulhu now. You see wings on his back, dragon wings on his back. He's Cthulhu. I was like, yo! This fight was great. I'm not... we've been getting great fights, you know, but this one in particular, I was like, damn. Now, the fight goes back and forth. Nanami, those names mixed up. Nanami and Maki do contribute to the fight, not to the extent you want to see, though. I mean, they can't do much. They do here and there, but really it's Nayobito. He's the one really pushing it forward. Until eventually Dagon releases his domain. Now, this gets pretty crazy. They go to a beach and the sea. Let's see, his name's Dagon. So you know what that means. Sea creatures! Like a swarm of them. And they get really screwed up. I almost said fucked up, you know. Really badly. Until eventually it gets to a point where, you know, Nayobito's, you know, countering him with his own, not like, it's almost like a counter domain. I think that's what they said, a counter domain to his domain, and of his domain expansion. And they're able to, but it gets overwhelming, the swarm. And Maki gets pushed back, Nanami gets pushed back, Nayobito actually loses an arm. Until out of nowhere, Megumi shows up. And I don't know how this happened. It just happened. It was weird. He just pulled in. He was able to get into his domain, and that's what happened. Now, basically during this exchange, Megumi's domain expansion is battling Dagon's. So there's like a tug of war going on, and eventually Nanami is kind of asking him what's going on, and he mentions that, you know, Yuji's going on his own. But then Nanami actually tells him, I'll protect you, blah, blah, blah. Nanami looks insane looking. He's like, this dude, man. Gojo, because Gojo's not in these episodes and he's in them, he's like 10 million times more awesome looking. It's insane. But what ends up really going down is they're able to counteract Dagon, and then everyone else decides to go towards where Megumi is. And for reason. He's creating a hole inside of his domain. Dagon's domain. And in the last moments of this episode, that goes to really slow motion, and he's creating a hole. I'm not 100% sure. I think Toji comes in. Ah! He just comes right in through the hole. I was like, yo! Things are getting hot. Real hot now. This anime doesn't hold anything back for this arc. It literally doesn't hold anything back. Nope. Like, we're going to bash your head against the wall. We're going to throw as much shit in your face as much craziness as we humanly possibly can. Oh, man! Now, overall, that's how more or less the episode ended. Now, next week's called Fluctuations Part 2. So, I think Toji shows up. Now, I don't know what this is going to entail. Now, the thing is this, though. I'm not 100% sure, because basically, my understanding, based on when we rewind a bit, back to the fight where it was Yuji and Megumi against that one old dude, and what's his face? I forgot his name. It's not here, it's down further. Fought the elderly people, that elderly woman and her grandson. But Takuma. So Takuma, earlier on, he ended up fighting, their names are here. Right, Baba. Ogami. So he fought Ogami Baba and Ogami's grandson. Now, Ogami's grandson supposedly turned his face into, his soul was trying to get Toji's body. But Toji's body, yeah, you can't do that. Legit what occurred was Toji's body took over this Baba's grandson. Soul. Go figure that shit out. Now, I think this is kind of weird because the thing is that Toji died a long time ago, and I'm just wondering, does he know? Now, if he comes out of this hole and then the fight ensues more, I'm wondering if he's going to recognize Megumi. I'm guessing he does, even though he was dead. He would recognize his own son. But that's pretty much what happened. Overall, I gave last week's episode, I didn't give it a fair shake. I just felt like the ending was really, the conclusion didn't really wow me. It didn't wow me. But I understand now there's bigger things going on, and that happened for a reason, which I'm not going to reveal because that's spoiled territory. But overall, I still cannot believe there is a freaking Cthulhu cursed spirit in this show. Unbelievable. 10 out of 10 across the board. We'll see next week if this is, I believe this is Toji coming out of the hole. I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe that's who it is. And if that's the case, now all shit's going to go back off the rails. Like, really. But this is Kai 922. This Shibuya arc, how am I going to garner all this crazy madness? Because that's what this arc is. It's pure madness. And surprise! Here's Cthulhu! Of course it's madness. This is Kai 922. I'll catch you guys later.